What's going on, everybody? Pop Principal here with another Funko Pop review, and we have He Who Remains, who was portrayed by Jonathan Majors. Great character. I know a lot of I think there was a mixed reaction to how he portrayed himself in the Loki season 1. I enjoyed it. I like the wonky, crazy, calm, and the whole character that was encompassed by He Who Remains, who we all know now will turn or become Kang the Conqueror. And his first appearance will be in Ant-Man, but his original, before his actual introduction to the MCU, was in Loki season 1. So if you watched that last episode, you were very familiar with who Kang is. And I was looking forward to this pop as soon as I saw him. He was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, I believe. And I knew I had to have him. So great looking pop. They added, Summer Convention Pop, not San Diego Comic-Con. Summer Convention Pop. And the having that apple in his hand as the character was introduced, and him biting into that apple was it was a standout moment. So I'm glad they involved it with the pop. It was pretty cool. And they have that tech on his wrist that allowed him to do a lot of things, I guess, teleport through time at his own whim. So pretty cool. They put a lot in this pop, and exactly what you would want out of He Who Remains. The only thing that I would want along with the Loki series is maybe an Goliath Funko, which is how He Who Remains conquered all the other Kangs at the time and created a timeline that was a singular and straightforward, rather than breaking off and going crazy. So really appreciate that, and wish they are not really appreciate, but really wish they could have gave us an Goliath pop. But let's get into an out of box look of He Who Remains. And we have He Who Remains out of box. And like I was saying earlier, he has that apple in his hand that he was biting into as he was explaining to Sylvie and Loki who he was and what his intentions were, and the future that will become if they chose the path to kill him, or they chose a path to not. So, and he explained and displayed all of the history through the piece of tech on his wrist, as you could see there. But yeah, and they have him in that traditional purple and green colorway that Kang the Conqueror is known for. So I can appreciate that as well. He's in a purple robe and a green pants and undershirt, which is all very clean. He has the sandals on, which there was little splotches in the sandals. Wasn't perfect, but I'm not mad at them. They didn't turn out too bad. He has that little curly fro that he had in the show, which they nailed on that end. I appreciate that, of course. Always the different hair types and textures are cool. It makes the pops really stand out and pop. So really cool looking pop. And I'm going to actually could draw inspiration from that final scene that Kang was a part of in the comparison. So let's get right into a comparison shot. And here we have He Who Remains, Loki, and Sylvie. And this was the final scene of our final sequence and final scene of events that these guys we last saw them. So I thought it'd be a cool shot. As you can see, they all look clean looking pops, really look cool, and very starkly different colorways, which is always good to kind of pop when you do a comparison. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have more Loki season 1 pops to come. Be on the lookout for those. I just thought I started off with these 3, being that they were pretty much the pillars of the actual season 1, even though He Who Remains was only in an episode for or only in one episode. His implications and his impact, as we know, is very important. So like, subscribe, be on the lookout for the next videos, and I appreciate you guys. Pop Principal out.